that catch?
Yeah, I just had to make a play. You know, Jaden put in the perfect spot, went up there and made a play.
How challenging was making that play? You made it look easy, but it didn't look very easy.
Yeah, many reps of that in practice. You know, just had to come out here and
Even
execute.
like midway through the game, I feel like everybody was locked in. Definitely better than like we've been putting on tape for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely
you know,
a
like
lot.
I said
It's a
last
God-given
week,
talent,
we definitely
for
have to
sure.
come out and start faster. And I feel like that's what we
You're
did.
second in
That's how, like,
Big Ten, I believe, in
the
yards.
results- that's how the results
I
came
mean,
out.
do you feel that you're like a top 5 receiver in the nation?
I'm just blessed to be in this situation, you know. Just gotta get it all to
Crowd was
God.
into it. That
You
makes
talked just
everybody
about,
into
you
it.
know, the
Sideline,
offense,
fans,
and did you feel like this was a
parents,
really big game?
friends,
I know
everybody.
Coach Riley was like, you know, we just look at every game as an
Fans is like
opportunity,
that.
but did this one
Bring
feel
energy
big
to
for
the
you guys?
sideline.
Yeah, definitely. We came in this game knowing it's gonna be a good game, man. They had a good team, so we tried to come in here and dominate, and that's what we did tonight.
Did it feel especially good to beat Michigan considering like what they were saying during this week and
I really don't
after
know.
losing to them last season so close?
Yeah, it definitely felt good, you know, to get a win because, you know, we didn't win last time, so definitely had to come
Like
out
I
with
said,
a
it
win
was
this
just
time.
Was the
mentality
atmosphere
that
like
came
in
in
Coliseum for you
today's game.
today? I mean, it
Playing
really seemed
fast,
like it was
starting
packed
fast.
out.
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, the fans showed up, they showed out, and stayed the whole time. So, you know, just give a thanks to them. Pat the Collie next week.
Was there a lot of talking going on between the players during the game? It seems like it got a little chippy out there. You had that one penalty as well. What was going on out there?
Yeah, I feel like that comes with football. You know, you gonna have them type of things. You know, I just got to keep composure.
What do you see from the defense the last couple of weeks in practice? I feel like we're looking for a response after that Illinois game. What did you see from them, and what would you make of their performance tonight?
Yeah, them boys was getting after it in practice. You know, they dominated all week, so you know they came out and showed it what they had to do.
Are you not surprised with how tonight went? It sounds
Yeah,
like.
definitely.
What gave you the confidence that King Miller was able to step in and do what he did tonight?
Yeah, we know what type of player he is. You know, every time he touches the ball, you know, he can go for an explosive play. So, you know, I'm glad to have him in our backfield. And he did amazing tonight.
He's another Southern California guy. Does it feel pretty good to see, you know, some homegrown players step up like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you take us through that first touchdown where you're kind of a decoy for Jacoby? That was a pretty cool play.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we know their eyes was gonna go to the screen, so he popped right open. You know, Jaden gave him a great throw. It was a great execution.
What's it like to have a coach who's capable of dialing plays like that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Link, you know, dials up all budget plays, you know, every week. So, you know, just give thanks to him for sure.
Just what does it do when you guys are already playing well, but you got a guy like him?
What's Coach Riley's attitude like at this point? A couple weeks
that
ago, he
hit
was
is a
really
reflection of
confident.
how he's been all week.
So is he back to that point?
I'm not surprised he got one of those either. So,
Yeah, you know, he's always been confident. You know, his confidence, you know, rubs off on us. So, you know, we just know we got to be better next week, and we get back to the drawing board, and we got the next one next week.
What do you want to get better? What do you want to get better at?
I feel like everything. You know, I can't pinpoint one thing right now, but go back to the drawing board and get better for sure.
Now, was there a moment you can recall that King like first stood out to you? See him in practice or somewhere else?
Yeah, I don't know. Can't remember the first time, but I feel like every time he touched the ball, you know, he's got to be on the lookout for
What
sure.
are you taking leaving this game?
What did you make of the offensive line tonight? We kind of down 3 starters, no sacks allowed, rushing for over 200 yards. They did a nice job. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they did a great job. You know, guys had to step up. They were ready when the name was
Definitely
called. You know, I feel like they executed well tonight.
What was the locker room like post game, and what was it like? What did people say to King as well post game?
Yeah, definitely a bunch of celebrations, a bunch of good stuff for sure. But we knew that you know, this can't celebrate too much, man. We got next one next week.
You're back to work tomorrow, right?
Huh?
You're back to work tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 100%. For sure. Enjoy this one tonight, and back to the drum board. For sure.
Do you like that quick turnaround?
Yeah, 100%.
What makes it good for you guys, I guess?
I feel like just get the body going. You know what I'm saying? Get the mind going on a new game plan, and I feel like it's only for the better.
What can you guys learn from someone like King once his first season?
Telling us he's proud of us. Told him the same thing.
I don't know. He's a good player.
Keep foot on the gas.
Good player. For sure.
You guys have gone through it a lot on 4th down this year, but Sire you hit from 54. What's that like, knowing that you have kind of that backbone behind you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like every point is definitely is important, and glad to have him on our team, and he came through big tonight.
Thanks, Makai.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.